Welcome to Tour Truck Tuesday once again. Look at what is in the parking lot here at TaylorMade. Why don't we take a look and check out what I do on a week when I'm not out on the road, and you've got this bad boy at the building. Fresh back from the US Women's Open, the TaylorMade Tour Truck is sat here getting all of the stock updated, inventory counts, clubs taken off that we have on through the season, and we're getting ready for the US Open that of course is going to be next week. On this trailer you've seen tours before. We can do absolutely anything that is required for players that they need when we're out on the road. You have the waiting area here with 2 different television sets, so you can have golf on one, PlayStation on the other, main TV at the back, coffee machine ready to rock and roll. You've seen the snack cupboards. We keep all our food on the road there, coffee beans from different locations there, and then the fridges, usually fully stocked up, anything you're gonna need. As it's home from home for these guys, lockers kept for all the Team TaylorMade athletes. Any headwear that they might need, any golf balls that they might need, tee pegs, all of the accessories that you're going to need when you're on the road playing tour golf. Caddy headwear, always stocked up, slides in and out, nice and easy. Mirror, make sure that hat looks perfect before you go into any media stuff. Then upstairs, we will start with a great chill out area for the players to relax. Like an open kitchen though also. I mean, check this out. You can see your clubs being built by the best guys in the business. Obviously some cracking views from up here. European Tour Golf on at the moment. As we go back down into the workspace area. Media desk, another good viewing point for the action. So then the first stop you come to as an employee or a rep on the tour for TaylorMade is this working bench area. USGA rule, it's important, I've talked to you about it before. Sole of the golf club right in there. That will then give you, and you can see as we roll back here, I've got a live spec going on, well, from last week, a Tommy Fleetwood order, and you can see 42.5 cut. So that's important because as you come into this, 42.5 cut, then you're going to add an 1/8 usually for the grip that Tommy uses, which is the Golf Pride BCT full cord. That's then going to give you a finishing length of 42 5/8. All important because it comes through to swing weight, which you can see here. I've got a club just sat on the swing weight device. This is one that I'm playing around with, coming in at D4 with leather grip on there, old school. Why is it old school? Because it's something I'm toying around with at the moment. I'm having one of those whole persimmon play around times. A Todd Dempsey custom TrottieGolf persimmon. And of course, I'm matching it up to another persimmon I've been messing about with and my Gamer Sim 2. Always fun to see how far the products have come when it comes to, you actually go out and hit these and look at ball speeds between a cool new persimmon that I've got hold of and of course the Sim 2 stuff. Swing weight station sits above gripping station. There's a flow here. That's what you'll notice. Clamp, fantastic. Not too much pressure that it will crack anything, but perfect for holding it. Sit the club head nice and square. Any fluid you use on the foot pump goes into that, refills if you miss it. 2 different types of tape, double-sided, single-sided. We use hook blades, we use straight blades, all of the tools that you're gonna need on the trailer. Everything is at hand, all kept in Battle Foam. That's what this foam is here. All Battle Foam is the company that provided us with that. And every club has got a little housing look. So when this truck moves around, you're not going to lose anything. And let's talk about that flow and the intention of the truck. All done deliberately. As you come in, you can see there's 2 entrances. You've got the rep side here, or the tech side here, all intentionally done so that the room and the way the process around this truck has a flow. Grip station, duplicated on this side, ferrule machine. As we move into, one of the first places you would come would be into the drawers to check out any golf clubs that we might have. And as I mentioned, this is now set up for a restock. Therefore, not all the bins are jam-packed and full. But we start here because loft is so important when you're out on the tour. And each head is individually picked. You can see as I look at some of the details on here, you're going to have lie 60 degrees, 8.8 actual loft, face angle 0.6 open, weight 203, that's the shell weight. And then various other numbers that will look at how this club head tests to ensure that it passes any USGA conforming rules. Same as everything at retail, nothing is different. Then you have, in terms of how quickly we can build this, curing cells sit here. It takes 2 minutes and 45 seconds for a club to go through the curing cell. The epoxy that we use, it's off the base of old snowboards. You've got 2 part black, 1 part honey with, of course, quick center. That epoxy is important because that will dry at the 350 degrees Fahrenheit in the 2 minutes 45 seconds. Quick center is important to ensure that the shaft sits perfectly square and centered into our metal wood sleeves, which we have 1.5, 1 degree and 2 degree on tour as an offering. And that obviously impacts how you move it, which is why I showed you first, which is critical, the loft on the blade, because when you take the actual loft, then you can move it around, and as I've told you in other videos, you can dial in the spec to get the perfect launch and spin. Some old epoxy, this is actually dry, but this would sit wet for most of the day so that you can then place it into the curing cells. As we move into any metal wood weights, you've got iron weights, every option that's required, metal wood weights on this side, hot melt here, which is a tour move. It's used for sound or CG location. Old orders sat up on top here. Then into the Delacruz. Huge, important piece of equipment on here. Again, loft is everything. Loft hits the golf ball. So when you come in here, you truly want to measure the loft of that wood. It sits in the device. You can see there are 2 pins, actually goes up to 4 pins, sit against the face. You would get the face centered, square. That would then give you the loft and the exact lie. So when you move out on the range, you then can dial in that individual's launch and spin to optimize ball flight. Same for putters. We use the MR3 machine here. Held together at the moment for transit. You can see 4 degrees would be if that is in standard on the loft, and it gives you a loft and lie number. With the spiders, you can play them with less loft. That's why they're so good. You can play them with less loft, get the ball in motion quicker. It sits in the housing. You can bend the loft where you need it. And then let's not miss this device here, which is a wood loft and lie device. I'm actually going to bend loft on my own wood, which I'll put in a separate video, probably next week. But you bend that wood loft using bending blocks for Sim 2 Max. That would sit in there, and you would bend the wood loft, dial in anything you need again for tour players out on the road. Moving into wedges, grinding machine kept in here. Not leverage as much as small tweaks. Mill grind 2 wedges. Essentials for the team, little locker for them. Tools, duplicated this side for the reps, for speed as we move through. Again, housing for the road, perfect. And we can literally get golf clubs out of here, ready to hit in under 10 minutes, ready to go thanks to the gluing process. And this, rounded off with these high ceilings, plenty of natural light coming in, is pretty much our home from home. Finally, grip and shaft combinations. What more could these want? New addition, Sergio's blue grips sat on top. Serge, we're going to get you your own locker space. Wolfie, Rory, DJ, Redman. Tapes that they use, 3 right, 2 left for DJ. Take the taper out. Top we keep the rib grips before you go down to any shaft company that you're going to need. We'll take a little look into Mitsubishi. Of course, player stuff kept as required. Anything and every weight and option these guys need. And that's an inside look at home from home. It truly is an amazing tour truck. If you like what you see or you want to see any more of this, subscribe and follow. I got stuff to do with my own sticks now, but I look forward to seeing you next Tour Truck Tuesday. Rory McIlroy's gamer. Wade got a healthy tip from somebody.